They want.
Hey everyone, I'm thrilled to have you back in our awesome SV community. If you enjoy what you see, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting content. Celebrity ex-husbands who compete and argue with their ex-wives. A deep dive. Divorces in Hollywood and reality TV often turn messy, but some ex-husbands take it to another level, turning post-divorce life into a competition. Whether through public feuds, one-upmanship, or social media shade, these exes just can't let go. Here's a deep dive into some of the most infamous celebrity and reality TV ex-husbands who seem to compete and argue with their former wives long after the relationship ends. 1. Martell Holt and Melody Sherry, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Martell Holt and Melody Sherry, formerly Holt, had one of the most explosive breakups in reality TV history. Their divorce played out on Love and Marriage, Huntsville, showcasing infidelity, arguments, and Martell's inability to let Melody move on in peace. The drama and competition. Infidelity and denial. Martell cheated on Melody for years, leading to a divorce in 2021. Instead of taking accountability, he tried to paint himself as the victim. One-upping and pettiness. After the split, Martell constantly found ways to compete with Melody. If she announced a business venture, he had something new too. If she went on vacation, he posted about his lavish lifestyle. Parenting battles. They've had several custody-related disputes, with Martell often accusing Melody of not prioritizing their children while also downplaying his own faults. Shady interviews and public arguments. Even after the divorce, Martell continuously talks about Melody in interviews, questioning her parenting, dating life, and business moves. New relationships for clout. Martell briefly dated RHOA star Sheree Whitfield, which many believed was an attempt to stay relevant and show Melody he had leveled up. The verdict. Martell's behavior screams insecurity. Instead of letting go and moving on, he constantly inserts himself into Melody's life, whether through petty jabs or public drama. 2. Ralph Pittman and Drew Sidora, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Ralph Pittman and Drew Sidora's marriage was filled with gaslighting, dismissiveness, and moments of pure toxicity. When they finally divorced, things only got worse. The drama and competition, control, and manipulation. Throughout RHOA, Ralph often dismissed Drew's feelings, played mind games, and even disappeared on trips without explanation. Messy divorce filings. They both filed for divorce on the same day, each trying to paint the other as the problem. Ralph initially tried to frame himself as the good guy, while downplaying Drew's complaints. Competing for sympathy. Ralph has made efforts to control the post-divorce narrative, often portraying Drew as overreacting, while she has been open about feeling emotionally manipulated. Using business and music against her. Drew pursued music while Ralph positioned himself as her manager, but often undermined her. Even post-split, there's been speculation that he still wants to control her career moves. The verdict. Ralph's competitive nature was clear even during their marriage, but post-divorce, his need to win seems to come from not wanting Drew to be in control of her own story. 3. Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. Kanye and Kim's divorce has been public and messy, with Kanye turning it into a personal competition to prove he's better off without her. The drama and competition. Control issues. Kanye publicly begged for Kim back, then quickly moved on and flaunted new relationships, seemingly to make her jealous. Attacking Kim's parenting. He accused her of keeping their children from him and shamed her for allowing North on TikTok. One-upping with relationships. When Kim dated Pete Davidson, Kanye reacted by dating multiple women publicly, including Julia Fox and Bianca Censori, and making bitter comments about Pete. Social media rants and digs. Kanye repeatedly posted, then deleted, social media attacks against Kim, her family, and anyone who supported her. Trying to diminish her business moves. While Kim continued to thrive in business, Kanye went on rants about how he made her successful. The verdict: Kanye's competitive and controlling behavior stems from his inability to accept that Kim has moved on. His pattern of public meltdowns and attempts to overshadow her success keeps their divorce in the headlines. 4. Nick Lachey and Jessica Simpson. While this feud wasn't as dramatic as others, Nick and Jessica had a competitive streak post-divorce that played out in the media. The drama and competition. Nick's breakup album. He released What's Left of Me, an album filled with heartbreak songs that seemed directed at Jessica. Jessica's memoir, Shade. Years later, Jessica wrote about how Nick made her feel inferior in their marriage. Public jabs. Both have made subtle digs at each other in interviews, though they mostly moved on. A mild case of ex-competition, but still proof that some men just can't let things go. 5. Kevin Federline and Britney Spears. Kevin Federline has long been accused of using Britney's fame for clout and dragging out their post-divorce conflicts for financial gain. The drama and competition, custody and financial power plays. Kevin gained primary custody of their children early on and received massive spousal support payments. Public shade and media moves. Over the years, he's given interviews criticizing Britney's parenting and lifestyle choices, profiting off her conservatorship. He largely stayed silent during her conservatorship, but capitalized on her struggles through interviews and media deals. Kevin's behavior suggests that his competition with Britney was more about financial control than anything else. The pattern. Why these ex-husbands can't let go. All of these ex-husbands share similar traits. Need for control. They struggle when their ex-wives move on and find success without them. Ego and image. They want to be seen as the better person in the breakup. Social media and publicity stunts. They use public platforms to continue the drama. Competing relationships. They often flaunt new partners to prove they're still desirable. Final thoughts. When an ex-husband can't let go, it often says more about his insecurities than the actual marriage. Whether it's Martell Holt's need to outshine Melody, Ralph Pittman's passive-aggressive moves against Drew, or Kanye's relentless attacks on Kim, these men seem to struggle with the idea that their ex-wives are thriving without them. Who is the pettiest ex-husband? All of these men have displayed competitive and petty behavior, but if we had to rank them, here's how they stack up. Number 1, Martell Holt, the king of pettiness. Why? Constantly undermines Melody's success, even though he was the one who cheated. Tries to control the narrative in interviews while refusing to take accountability. Use their kids as leverage in arguments. Briefly dated Sheree Whitfield, most likely for clout. He always inserted himself in Melody's business ventures and tried to compete with her post-divorce. Martell's mix of narcissism, denial, and relentless competition puts him at the top of the list. Number 2, Kanye West. Why? Publicly begged for Kim back, then immediately paraded new women around. Launched social media attacks against Kim, her family, and her boyfriends. Claimed he made Kim successful while also trying to tear her down. Continues to spiral every time Kim moves on. Kanye's level of pettiness is fueled by ego and control issues, but Martell edges him out because Kanye's antics sometimes seem more like meltdowns than calculated competition. Number 3, Ralph Pittman. Why? Gaslit Drew throughout their marriage and continued undermining her post-divorce. Tries to control her music career and business decisions even after the split. Subtly paints himself as the better person while downplaying his faults. Ralph is petty, but he's more passive-aggressive than outright vindictive. Honorable mentions: Kevin Federline. His pettiness is rooted in financial control rather than ego battles. Nick Lachey, mild shade and a breakup album, but nothing extreme. Final verdict: Martell Holt takes the crown as the pettiest ex-husband because he actively competes with his ex-wife, tries to sabotage her success, and refuses to let her move on without interference. Offset is another petty ex-husband who refused to leave his ex-wife Cardi B alone, bringing his new girlfriend into the couple's home and sending explicit videos to Cardi B's boyfriend. Pettiness, please like the videos,
So let me tell
subscribe, and
y'all about
share.
this
Thank you.
fuck ass nigga, right? For the past couple of months, I've been very quiet, but I've been going through a lot of stuff that I keep to myself. First thing first, this guy, right, is upset because I sent his girlfriend text messages of him begging me, saying he was gonna take away his life, begging me, saying he's gonna take away my life, all that shit. He was mad. He's mad about that. Mind you, this man sent text messages to somebody that I was dealing with me of me and him having sex. That's the type of shit I've been dealing with for the past 2 months. Every time he knows that I go out of town, he harasses me. He leave me voice notes trying to put my self-esteem to the ground. And I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of him and his girlfriend playing games on my phone, leaving explicit voice notes on my fucking voicemails on my phone.
Great. I feel great about myself. I'm happy, but it took some work. It took a lot of work and some time in order for me to get to this particular place to where I can actually regain this newfound peace, you know? And that's a real key word, right? Because when you're going through, and I'm gonna say it feels like you're going through hell, right? Everything, your world is rocked. How do you get to a place and create an environment of peace when you pretty much are at rock bottom or you find yourself in the basement, you know? How can you go and put a smile on your face? Man, there's so many men that I meet today that are upset. Matter of fact, interesting enough, I just had the unique opportunity to run into Kelly's husband. And he told me how he ended up going and getting put in jail by Kelly. So I'm blessed to be able to be in my basement right now, you know what I'm saying? And to be able to have my kids here and not have to deal with certain challenges and things of that nature. Because yeah, when you're going through this situation, it's